What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here once again here with another new look rebuild, and today we have the Green Bay Packers, who finally drafted a wide receiver since some crazy year or whatever. But let's go ahead and jump in to this new look Green Bay Packers rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 10,000 subs. You want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button to help us reach that goal. That would be amazing. Also, quick note up top, I'm recording this on May 12th. This is a very pre-recorded video. This will be dropped sometime while I'm on vacation, so it'll be a while before this video does go live. But obviously, yeah, so that's why this video is maybe not addressing some things that are happening right now, potentially, because I'm recording this so early before you guys are seeing it. But we have Jordan Love, of course, under center with Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and then Matthew Golden, of course, was the first round pick for the Packers. We also have Anthony Belton, who they took round 2, so some more offensive line help. And then on the defensive side, and then Savion Williams, not to mention, as their third rounder. And I am using, again, this roster that only goes up to round 5, I believe. So I don't have the 6th and 7th round picks in here. And of course, if you want this roster, the description, or it'll be listed down in the description below. And then we have like Edgerrin Cooper, Luke Van Ness, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary. So, and then Jair's still a Packer at this point, even though there was rumors he might be gone. Nate Hobbs is one of the guys they added this offseason as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and simulate year number 1, and let's see how the Packers do, and we will see if this team makes the playoffs out of the gate. Also, we got to make sure that Matthew Golden's getting some reps right away, because if he does not, that would be brutal. So let's see where we can put him at. I'd low-key love to throw him in wide receiver 1 role. So let's go ahead and do that out of the gate. So let's throw him as the wide receiver 1. And then Jaden Reed, I assume, is the slot. Actually, they actually have Christian Watson there. I'd actually like if Jaden Reed was there, but yeah, if Jaden Reed was the slot and Doubs is the other outside, I think that'd be better. We'll move Jaden Reed in the slot. I really wish you could just go all the way down, but I have to like back out and go all the way to depth charts, but it's fine. So I'm going to fix that, and I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. So at the end of year 1, we do make the playoffs at 10-7, which is great. We had Edgerrin Cooper, who has a new ability unlocked as well, which is also awesome. So let's take a look at the stats. As Josh Jacobs with 1,700 yards and 14 touchdowns in his very first season. So offensively, we were 4th in the NFL, which is what we want to see. And then defensively, we were 23rd in the NFL. So obviously, Josh Jacobs, I assume, had a huge role in our offense being so good. 32 touchdowns, 12 interceptions from Jordan Love, and then 14 touchdowns and 1,700, as we saw, Josh Jacobs. And then Jaden Reed with 1,100, almost 1,000 from Matthew Golden in his rookie season, 700 from Romeo, and then 500 from Tucker Kraft. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had 7.5 from Deontay Wyatt, 6 from Luke Van Ness, 5 from Kenny Clark, 3 from Gary, 2 from Quay Walker, 1 from Cooper, 1 from Nixon. And then as far as interceptions are concerned, Jair with 5, 4 from Edgerrin Cooper, 3 from Quay Walker, 3 from Isaiah Simmons, and 1 from Javon Bullard. So let's go ahead, without further ado, jump into this first playoff game going up against the Rams. So we get to go play Stafford and the Rams in SoFi. So let's go see if we can take them down. So as I mentioned, Jordan Love versus Stafford here in Wildcard Weekend. We're in SoFi, and we will go up 3-0, but they will respond with a touchdown. We will respond with our own. It's 10-7. We will go up 13-7. Would love to have seen 17-7. They could still get back in this game. They kick a field goal. It's 13-10. Now we're up 20-10. And now it's 20-17. And there's a minute 18 left on the clock. So they need an onside, or obviously they need to, which we did recover it. So hopefully we can hang on to the ball and not let them see the ball ever again. And they did get it back, but they weren't able to get in field goal position. So a 20-17 victory in Wildcard Weekend to start off this rebuild. So now we get to head to divisional round. And now we get to play Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys in Jerry World. So let's see if we have what it takes to take down the Cowboys, as it's 0-0 to start, but then we throw in an interception. Thankfully, they only got a field goal off of it. And so far, our offense hasn't been able to do anything. And maybe they're shutting down Jacobs, but they're up 10-0 just like that. Can we get back in it here? Not quite. What about now? We're not going to get shut out, are we? We are going to get shut out. It's 17-0. Absolutely brutal stuff. We don't put up a single point in the divisional round. So that is not what we want to see. Obviously, if you're a Packers fan, losing to Dallas in the playoffs is never fun. But especially losing 17-0, where it was there for the taking, especially with how good our offense is. For whatever reason, it didn't work out. So let's go ahead, get to the offseason, and let's continue to build this team up. So we're going to the offseason about $78 million in cap space. So let's see what we got going on here. So Quay Walker, 5th-year option. We're going to go ahead and accept. Deontay Wyatt is also a 5th-year option, which I'm going to accept too. Nicole Hardman, Bo Melton, Isaiah Simmons, who actually went up to star dev. Let's bring him back. I think he had 5 interceptions last year. He says he wants to test free agency, though. That's a little disappointing, but we may look to re-sign him in the offseason. It was a late addition by the Packers, probably a couple weeks or a month ago. But let's go ahead and get into stage 1 of free agency, and we can take a look at kind of the lineup that we need. So the only thing we really did was accept 5th-year options, obviously. So for the lineup going into the season, Josh Jacobs, of course, unlocked Superstar X Factor. Matthew Golden up to an 83 overall. You got Dubs, you got Williams down here, then Christian Watson still here. Offensive line still looks good. So as I was saying, this is what the defense looks like as well. So we're actually looking pretty good, other than maybe another linebacker, which that could have been Isaiah Simmons, but he decided not to re-sign, which we'll still try to go for him. And then we could maybe use another corner too, although, I mean, we have a couple guys behind Hobbs and Jair, so it's not too bad. So this team overall is in a good spot. Obviously, dropping 0 points in the divisional was very embarrassing. But the one thing I know for sure is I want to bring back Isaiah Simmons, definitely. So let's see if he's open to coming back, because he played pretty well for us and he went up to a star dev. So let's see. I think he was listed. Oh, yeah, there he is. I passed him. So he has 3 offers. So we'll have to see if he's willing to sign with us. But I'd love to keep him long term. He was like a top 10 pick and has been on 3 different teams now. But I think the Packers are his 3rd team, maybe it's his 4th team. I can't remember. But Isaiah Simmons would be nice. And then, I mean, we could look at other options, but I think Simmons is kind of the only thing I want to do in free agency. Of course, we could sign Justin Simmons too, but I'm cool with Javon Bullard there, still super young. You have Bentley, but if we bring Simmons in, we're good there. Bring Stephon Gilmore, something like that. But honestly, I think I'm good. I think if we could just get Isaiah Simmons back, I'd like this going into the draft. So we'll get Isaiah Simmons, which, again, it's not like a crazy signing by any means, but it definitely is a guy that played pretty well for us last year to stick around. So again, I think when we jump in the draft, we definitely need to kind of focus on maybe another wide receiver, maybe go after another tight end if we wanted to. O-line's looking good, but we can always draft depth. We obviously have Belton behind him. Defensively, maybe we should get better here as well. I mean, we kind of have a starter everywhere, so we're pretty much open to anything. So let's just go ahead, get in this draft, and see what's available on the board for us. We get to pick at number 25, so let's go ahead and see what happens as we got Falcons and Texans picking 1 and 2, which is interesting. But all right, so for the Packers at 25, we have TJ Chester, Harbor, who is a fast wide receiver. I've gotten him before. Zachariah Branch. Then we got Eugene Wilson, free safety, a running back. I'm not in love with any of the options on the board. I'm not going to lie to you. We could take Tanner. Well, nah, that's kind of probably a reach at this point. So do we take another wide receiver? I know Harbor has elite speed. I mean, maybe if we don't keep Dubs and also Watson after this season. So I don't hate the idea of drafting another wide receiver round 1. We have Golden. We'd have Golden, and then obviously Jaden Reed and Harbor going forward. I don't hate that. I think that's where I'm going to go with this. We're going to go wide receiver in round 1 again. So 43 inch revive, drive 25, but 99 speed, which is why we like him. So welcome to the Packers. I don't know his first name, low key. Not very familiar with him, but it's Harbor. So whatever his first name is, he is coming to the Packers. Now for round 2, Kate Klubnik goes to the Jets. I just noticed that, so they're drafting another quarterback. We got York. We got Samuel, Bear Alexander. I don't hate the idea of drafting a D tackle potentially, or we could draft a guard as well if we want to keep depth going on this O-line. So I think I might go Zach Rice here. A, impact blocking, B, run block, C, pass block. I love how I'm going no defense so far, but I've just kind of liked the offensive side of the board so far. So Zach Rice and Harbor in this draft. So we're going to keep Jordan Love protected, keep Josh Jacobs with a good O-line going forward. We might get cheaper if guys start to ask for extensions as well, which I know that Zach Tom always leaves and Rasheed Walker becomes a free agent soon. So it's definitely important to have, backup plans or contingency plans. Okay, so Sonny Styles, we have Taylor Danke, Jamari Butler, or we could take a corner like Delane or Kite out of Ole Miss. So Antonio Kite, B-man, C-zone. Might go corner here this time around. So I do think I'm going to take Antonio Kite here with his 3rd rounder, take a flyer on him. 125 true value, drafting at 89. He's only normal dev, 91 speed. So definitely maybe missed the mark here a little bit, but still going to be depth regardless. So welcome in. And now we can go and look at this lineup going into year number 2 after we just made the playoffs and then got eliminated 17-0 in divisional. We're definitely going to have that in the locker room all offseason because that was brutal. So here is your lineup going into year number 2. We're going to have Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, Romeo Dubs, and then Harbor is not even in the depth, or I think I have, yeah, there we go. So now he's in depth chart. I had to do that. So Zach Rice is nice depth going forward at a 74 overall. We also have Pennington as well, or even more depth there. But I want Harbor to be involved right away, so I think I'm going to throw him in that 3rd spot. I think I'd like him to play immediately. And then Golden will go wide receiver. We'll go Golden wide receiver 1. And we'll go Harbor wide receiver 2. And Reed's still going to play slot. We'll have to change that in just a second. And then defensively, this is still looking good. The only thing we added was Antonio Kite. So there's only 70 overall, but still depth, like I mentioned. Special teams, that's not what I wanted. I wanted specialists. So they have, yeah, we need to put Jaden Reed in the slot again. I really wish they just put him here regardless, but they don't. He was really good in that role last year. So offensively, we were good. Defensively, not so much. So I might change the defensive scheme this year. We were decent enough, but I'd like it to be better. So I'm going to go to base 4-3. And then we're going to move Jaden Reed into slot again. And I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. So I assume we'll make the playoffs again. That shouldn't be an issue, but it's just a matter of trying to go deep when we're there. But I guess we got to make sure we even make it. So again, we'll throw Reed in slot. And I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. So finished with the exact same record as last year, but this time we do win our division, and Josh Jacobs still finds himself in the top 3 for rushing yards, and you got Ashton Jeanty up top. So definitely need to do a Raiders video here soon. You guys, I may have uploaded one already by the time you're seeing this. Offensively 2nd in the NFL, and defensively 16th. So our offense was still really good. Defensively, we jumped up a little bit too. 36 and 10 from Jordan Love. Josh Jacobs continues to be excellent. 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. Matthew Golden really good, Jaden Reed good, and Harbor was really good his rookie season as well. So love that. Sacks wise, we had 9.5 from Deontay Wyatt, 7.5 from Clark, 4.5 from Rashawn Gary, 3 from Quay Walker, 2.5 from Luke Vaness, 1.5 from McDuffie. Yeah, so honestly, our pass rush hasn't been anything special, but obviously we have Jair and McKinney in the secondary with Edgerrin Cooper. So there definitely is some stars in this defense, but the pass rush has not been there, I will say, as far as getting double-digit sacks along the lines of that. But we welcome in the 11-6 Carolina Panthers, so let's see if this time around we can win wildcard weekend again, and then after that, maybe actually win in divisional. But let's focus on the Panthers. Bryce Young versus Jordan Love. Obviously, they have Leggett and McMillan over there in Carolina. We will have a 3-0 start for the Panthers. We're up 7-3. We're at Lambeau, of course, as well, if you can't already tell. I don't know why I even needed to say that, but we have an interception from Quay Walker, which is huge, and we will go up 14-3. Another interception from Javon Bullard, 21-3. And the Panthers, that's probably all she wrote for them. So we're back in the divisional weekend again. So let's go see who's in front of us in the divisional round. So this time around, it's the 9-8 Seattle Seahawks, and it looks like they drafted, I think that's Drew Aller. Yeah, it is. So Drew Aller starting over Sam Darnold already. Very interesting, but it's a snowy day at Lambeau. We get a big interception from Edgerrin Cooper, and we will go up 7-0. And now 7-7. We will go score again. So far, our offense has been able to move the ball at will. I think this favors us with our run game. But of course, Seattle has Kenneth Walker too, so I can't sleep on Kenneth Walker. But we're at 28-14. Their defense has not been able to stop us, and it looks like they may have gotten stopped on 4th down or something. So that's probably going to be all she wrote. Another interception, this time from Nixon. And that's going to be it for the Seahawks. So just like that, in a snowy day at Lambeau, we're headed to the NFC Championship. We low-key got lucky that we had home field advantage in the divisional. I have to imagine in the NFC Championship, we'll probably be on the road, but we'll see who it is first and foremost. So kind of as I figured, we are in fact going to be on the road in Philadelphia. Obviously, in real life, these two teams just squared off. It was a very bizarre, interesting game. We have two of the best running backs in the league at the moment with Barkley and Josh Jacobs going at it. So let's see how this is about to go. So we start off with the ball, and we will go down and kick a field goal, but I don't know if field goals are going to be good enough for this game. We do score a touchdown here. Eagles have scored both times they've had the possession, and they will score again. We could be in trouble here. We're down. Nope, just kidding. We get a stop on a 4th down. We need to score badly on this possession. We don't. I think that could be it, but it's still a 2 possession. No, that's it. So we're going to lose in the NFC Championship. So 2 NFC East teams have taken us out in the playoffs. Last year in Divisional to Dallas, this year to the Eagles. So we're going to have to go into this 3rd season, improve some more, and hopefully this time we can actually get to that Super Bowl, but we'll see. So this offseason, we actually don't have much cap space at all, so we're probably about to lose some talent if I had to guess. So let's go see who is a free agent Zach Tom, Rasheed Walker, both our tackles are free agents right now. We have to hope we can keep one of them. We're probably going to have to let Romeo and Watson walk. Luke Finesse, 5th-year option, I will go and accept, but I'm definitely hoping to get a better pass rusher for this defense. We just haven't had it as much as I would like. So we have to choose between Tom or Rasheed Walker. Hopefully we can get at least one of them back. Ideally, it'd be great to keep them both, but realistically, with this amount of money we have right now, probably gonna have to let one of them go. So I will go ahead and start with Zach Tom. Well, maybe not. It's gonna be a little too much money there. Rasheed Walker. I think we can only afford Rasheed Walker. We obviously have Anthony Belton, who might take over for Zach Tom. Walker's gonna test free agency as well. Now let's give Zach Tom an offer, even though he's more than likely going to decline this. I'm gonna throw it at him anyway. We might lose both tackles in free agency, and they do. How much is a 26 and 26? Okay, so that would just put us. Do we franchise tag Zach Tom? I think we do, and then we can restructure some contracts. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to put us negative 450K, but we're going to keep one of our tackles at least. So Rasheed Walker is going to walk, and Zach Tom will be kept. Similar ages, but obviously Zach Tom was the better overall, which is why we decided to go that direction. Okay, so we franchise tag Zach Tom. Now Anthony Belton gets to start this next season. We have now $19 million in cap space, so I assume somebody may have retired. I'm not sure, or maybe there was like a, I don't know why it jumps up, but there probably should be a reason I know. Jordan Love is up to superstar dev, and so is Harbor. Damn, that's great. So our wide receiver room is looking phenomenal around Jordan Love. So offensively, I don't think I'm going to touch anything. The main thing I want to address this offseason, and let's get a damn good, even though Rashawn Gary should be a good pass rusher, he just hasn't given us the production we've wanted to see. We have Brown, which, is he a safety? He's a corner. Huh, where did he come from? Does it tell you where he got drafted? I don't know. Maybe it does, and I'm just not sure. But whoever he is, I think the Packers, or I think the assistant GM drafted him for us, and he is a stud. Damari Brown, welcome in. He's going to be our third corner, so we may not even need another corner because Nate Hobbs is up to an 86 and Jair's a 95. And we got freaking Mr. Brown sitting down here. We still have Nixon. So that third rounder we drafted last year was kind of a waste, I guess you could say. But yeah, pass rush is something I really want to go after. So whether that's a trade or whatever it may be, I really want to get ourselves a really good one if we can. So we don't need, obviously, Jameson Williams. We do have Kyle Pitts out here, and then Bernard, Romeo, Jeremy Chin, Juszczyk, and there's no like great pass rusher that I'm looking at. But you do have a couple of like options on the linebacker, which would be interesting. We can bring in like Malcolm Rodriguez to kind of, contest Isaiah Simmons for some minutes, or not minutes, but some snaps. So Isaiah Simmons, get Rodriguez, steal him from the Packers. So let's go ahead and start with that. So Rodriguez will be brought in. He'll start there. And now I want to restructure someone's contract because I do think we're going to get aggressive and trade for a pass rusher opposite of Rashawn Gary. And we'll see if we can get somebody in here that can average double-digit sacks all year. Okay, so Jair is a one-year deal. If we do this, though, we're basically saying that this is the last season because once we restructure some of these contracts, we're going to have no money available. So we're going to restructure Jordan Love and save $5 million. I think that's all I'm going to really do. So maybe it won't be that bad. But we're going to go test the market for a trade. I'm even willing to include Luke Vaness if it means getting another pass rusher. But that is the goal, is to try to acquire a different pass rusher opposite of Rashawn Gary. Let's talk about the guy that's been available for quite some time. Would Trey Hendrickson be somebody we could realistically get? I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and throw in... Sorry, I'm going to throw in Luke Vaness in this trade. So Luke Vaness... Usually when you throw a player for player, for whatever reason, Madden just... Okay, so that actually pushed the value up a little bit. So Hendrickson would be a nice veteran pass rusher to bring in. Obviously, there's been rumors about him anyway. Can I get away with just trading a second? Or, I mean, if we trade our late 30th, I would be fine with that too. It's actually very close to being accepted. So we'll go a 7th and a 2nd and Luke Vaness. And that should... okay, we're almost there. Let's say it's a 6th instead. So a 2nd and a 6th and Luke Vaness for Trey Hendrickson. And just like that, we get the pass rusher we've been seeking. Hopefully Hendrickson can come in and wreak havoc across from Rashawn Gary, which is what we wanted. So I'm feeling good about that trade. That's absolutely what we needed, I feel like, on that defense. So now your D-line is looking pretty dominant. Imagine if we're able to draft like a D tackle that's able to jump up to superstar dev. Your D-line would be absolutely insane. So we're definitely building closer towards, I feel like, what could be us winning a Super Bowl in this third season, but we got to make sure we also still draft well. We did trade a 2nd, but we still have a 1st round pick available to us. So ideally in round 1, we're able to draft a D tackle that has a high ceiling, but we may not have that. We'll just kind of see what's available when we're on the board, obviously. So Keon Feely or Keeley goes. So let's see what else we got. So we have Dante Moore, a corner. Williams, 265 pounds, power rusher. Lucas Simmons, Cameron, Peterson. It may not be a bad idea to draft a tackle, but it's kind of a boring pick because they can't make an impact right away. But we do have a couple D tackle options here with Jamarius Brown at Ole Miss and Vic Burley, two big, beefy guys that I think I like the idea of. So Vic Burley looks good, but let's look at the other guy too. And we're probably going to walk away with one of them, and I'll let my assistant GM draft in round 3. So we already looked at, which one did we, I don't even remember which one we looked at. So Jamarius, I think we looked at Vic Burley earlier. So Jamarius Brown. I don't know which one is better, but Brown is a little bit more balanced, I will say. So I am going to go ahead and take Jamarius Brown here. Let's see if that pick ended up being the right one. Ooh. I mean, he's in dev, but maybe Vic Burley was better. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and let that assistant GM draft in round 3, and I'll see you guys with the lineup for year number 3. We've gotten closer and closer every single season. Let's see if this time around it might finally swing our way for us to get to that Super Bowl. All right, so we're at an 89 overall with an 89 offense and an 89 defense. So to me, we have the formula to be a contender this year. If we're not, then that is obviously just rigged and disappointing. But defensively, offensively, things are looking really good. So we drafted Brown, and he's a 73 overall, so not too shabby. So we'll throw him kind of in that 3rd spot. And then Brown, we're going to actually move up to like corner 3, I think. That would be ideally. So we'll move him there, or ideal, not ideally, but... and then specialist is Jaden Reed. No, they still want to have... We could throw Harbor there, I guess. Although I feel like... I mean, I'm going to keep Reed there, man. He's been really good, and our offense has been good when he's... Wow, our scheme fit is horrible, though. So let's go up to, I guess, a 65. That's our best we can do, which is a little disappointing for what this offense could be. But all right, we're going to rock with it. Again, I'm going to move Jaden Reed to slot, and I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. Expectation is, once again, playoffs, and this time we go win that damn Super Bowl, baby. So at the end of year 3, we finish up at 13-4, and we secure the bye. Josh Jacobs, 1,800 yards this time around, which is awesome. Let's look at those stats, though. So offensively, 2nd in the NFL, which is great. We want to continue to see a top 5 offense. Defensively, 7th in the NFL, so that's the best defense we've had so far, too. So this is all matching up to a formula of bringing a Super Bowl to Green Bay. So 20 touchdowns on top of 1,800 from Josh Jacobs. Again, we had 1,300 from Jaden Reed, 900 from Matthew Golden, 700 from Harbor, 400 from Kraft, and 200 from Wicks. Sacks-wise, we still didn't quite get a... wow, Trey Hendrickson was very disappointing. It must be this playbook, but I'll say our defense was still good, so I'm not going to complain. But I would have loved to have seen, like, Hendrickson or Gary with double digits. It just isn't working for some reason, but... It is what it is. Still a good defense, so we'll see who's playing us in the divisional as we get to relax in wildcard weekend. So it will be the Detroit Lions. All right, let's go face our divisional foe. Let's see if we can eliminate them and get ourselves back to the NFC Championship. So is it still Jared Goff starting? It is indeed Jared Goff still starting for the Detroit Lions. So we'll be up, or we'll have the ball first, I should say, and we'll be up as well, 7-0. So I was just predicting the future. And they will... Oh, they get stopped. Interception from Quay Walker. Big time interception. They do eventually tie it. We'll go up 14-7. We had a nice interception again from Jair this time. 17-7. Looking good, looking good. Keep the foot on the pedal. And we are going back to the NFC Championship. Another stop on 4th down. And they may be able to score again, but that's going to be all she wrote. So now we're heading to the NFC Championship game once again. Let's see if it's the Eagles. Let's see whoever it is. I don't care who it is. Let's just go face them head on, and let's get past them and get to that damn Super Bowl. So NFC Championship time, as this time it's going to be a team that the Packers are very familiar with. Plenty of historical battles with the Niners in the playoffs. So let's see if we can't actually make it happen here. So usually Aaron Rodgers would face the Niners in the NFC Championship, and he would lose. But this time we have Jordan Love under center. So let's see if he can't win this time for us, as it's a 7-0 ball game, but they will tie it with 21 seconds left. We start off with a rock here in the second half, and we will go down and score. Okay, defense gets a stop. We're in the 4th with the 7-point lead. We score again, and that's going to be all she wrote. They scored, but it didn't matter. Not enough time. 17-14 victory in the NFC Championship. For the first time in this video, we are in fact heading to the Super Bowl. So let's go see who's in front of us there, because we're ready to take them down and win this whole damn thing. It is now Super Bowl Sunday time against the Kansas City Chiefs, a rematch of Super Bowl 1. We've gotten this far. Let's put it away, shall we? We will... I thought we were about to score there, but we missed a field goal, I guess. And they will go up 7-0. We get, what is Brandon McManus doing, bro? What are we missing so many kicks right now? We're down 21-6, 21-13. Kick there. Can we tie it? Yes, we can. 21-21. The Packers, we're going to overtime. Oh my gosh. How did they not kick the walk-off there? Okay, so it's 3rd and 10 right now. Oh, wait, I don't want to play right now. We're actually, it looks like our defense is doing good. I don't know if they're, okay, so we get the ball back in overtime. 1st and 10, they didn't score, so we're good. Thank God I didn't jump in, or I probably would have given up a first down conversion on 3rd down. But all right, all we got to do is get field goal range. It's that simple. I'm going to go underneath to RB, and Musgrave is going to make the catch. 7-yard gain. Was kind of a dangerous throw, but I'm happy that it got completed. So let's run this to Josh Jacobs. Gonna gain about 2 yards. He's actually had a good day on the ground, so maybe we just feed the man and maybe he pushes us in field goal range. So here goes nothing. We're running it again on 3rd and 1. Just give me a yard, Jacobs. There we go, a yard and then some. So we're getting closer and closer to field goal range, but I think we're gonna ride Josh Jacobs' coattails off. All right, so we're gonna go halfback zone weak this time. Oh, a little bit of an audible here. All right, and we get, no, 65. What are you doing, bro? Give me a block right there, and I might go very far. But all right. 2nd and 9 from our own, or from their 44, I should say. Let's see if we can't get Jacobs underneath. Gonna hang on. Nice catch. 3rd and 1. Okay. We just got to get 1 yard. We go halfback wham here to get that yard. Our fullback's going to give us, or I guess it's going to be Kraft in this situation. Our tight end is going to give us the yard we're looking for. Give me a good block. We got the yard. Oh my gosh, we almost got pancaked by our own lineman. But just like that, we find ourselves in field goal range. This is what we wanted. All right, let's go play action cross. And let's see if they allow us to just score a touchdown. And I don't have to worry about kicking this damn field goal. We're going to go RB again here. Left wide open. Spin move. Not going to be quite getting out of that tackle, but we're inside the 13. Let's run this ball now. Josh Jacobs, just hang on to this rock. Get us in. All right, we're going to keep running to get as close as possible. The Chiefs are not using those timeouts right now. So they do have the ability to ice us. But again, if we can't, we're going to go RB, get us inside even further to Wicks, 3rd and 4. From the 7, I'm just going to keep this ball on the ground, man. We're just going to run this bad boy. If Jacobs gets us a first down, that's great. If he doesn't, we kick the field goal and hopefully win in that fashion. Okay, run this ball here. Give me some good blocking. Not going to, ooh, 4th and 1. Very close. We're not going to even risk it. We're going to kick that field goal. Chiefs are going to try to ice us, I assume. Yeah, there it is. So they ice us. We missed a field goal from the 4-yard line. We deserve to be fired. But Brandon McManus has been missing kicks in this game. So that is the worry I have. I won't lie to you. But I think we're going to nail this in there. And just like that, the Packers are Super Bowl champions. So Brandon McManus makes up for all the missed kicks. And we make it happen. We got really, really lucky to tie this game, honestly, to force overtime. I'm actually surprised they didn't win it in that end of the... I don't know what happened. It looked like they were in field goal range and they just didn't make it. But we'll take it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. As always, we get the Packers to another Lombardi. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.